What time is it? It's time to get live. I love these little bottles, like $10, and they last me like a month.
You got that for 10? Where?
This was $8.60 from the LCBO.
Oh, the mini Mickey.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I ain't got to do shit about it. Like,
it looked like a Mickey.
Yeah. But yo, this is Cheza to my left. It is
aka St. Jason.
And wearing the DMX memorial shirt. Or I wouldn't say memorial. It's not a memorial shirt. It's just a shirt, but it works out for
just
memorial.
giving roses. DMX roses.
Bum. This is the Shot Club. We're missing Mo. Mo said he will be back next week. So check him then. But till then, we're here. You know what we're going to talk about? We got a whole bunch of shit to talk about. Well, a few main people to talk about. DMX first and foremost.
Yeah.
Secondly, Kardi. Man, just doing big things. So we're gonna go talk about that
now.
as well.
Official.
Then we're gonna get into a little bit of Diddy shit because Diddy's begging a lot of stuff, but he's not helping a lot. There's a lot of shit going on around there. So we're gonna talk about Diddy too. But first, before we get into all of that, we have to do our first shot. I realize my shot glass is dirty as sin.
Yo, whore.
I have to use my shirt to clean it. Remember, I did it. No, it's just like, what's it called? Dusty.
Oh. Soft. Dusty.
Yeah. I could have just gave it a little.
You to the shot club?
But I didn't. So.
Omar, you doing shots with us or not?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh. Why is the man?
I just gave him one.
The man likes to be abused.
You want to bully people and shit.
The man likes to be abused.
That's in the house for you. So this is the
Steve's in the spot. Word.
DMX.
First shot to DMX.
Rest in peace.
Steve, what up?
R.I.P. Bless up. Well, bunny. But yeah. Pretty much, I was gonna ask everybody how's your week been, but I don't know if you're like me. The whole DMX thing kind of like blended into your week. So,
kind of.
In finding out DMX passed, how's your week been, Trace?
It had me thinking about when he first came out. So, certain dates I remember more than others because I used to buy the magazine, so I was constantly reminded of when albums were coming out. May 19th, 1998, It's Dark and Hell is Hot. The album I got had the bonus disc on it. DMX was huge. Like I was listening to hip hop in a place where hip hop wasn't big at the end of the school year. And then at the top of the school year, everybody was listening to that album. DMX. That was I'd never heard a hip hop album at that school played front to back. People listening to interludes. Like I'm walking by this locker room and the interludes are playing. And like it's the equivalent of somebody having a big song and everybody playing it out of their cars. So he had such an impact, man. It's like I never seen anything like that other than maybe like Tupac, where people like really, really loved him like that, where he made that connection with older people, younger people, thugs, lyricists.
Everybody.
Like, he cleared the board, checked all the boxes.
The only time I've ever seen anyone play an album the same way you're talking about or look for that album was when Wu-Tang dropped that double album.
Yeah.
Everyone had to leave school, bro, because they wanted to be at HMV, Sam the Record Man, Sonny, whatever, at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. they had to be there because they needed that record. It was the same thing with DMX. And those two albums he dropped that year, they had to get them. The first one was like, The second one, when the second one dropped, everyone had to get that out.
Yo,
right? That first album was
released those two albums within 7 months of each other.
Yep, within 1 year, both multi-platinum, both like.
No one's done that.
That was crazy, bro.
Not one person since then has ever done that. Not one person.
No.
Right?
And the amount he sold too.
the greatest time when you had to sell physical copies of your album.
Yeah.
Like
you had to leave your house to go get it.
Go get it and go purchase
I
it.
left my house in the rain to go get Harlem World when it came out. You had to leave your house.
Yeah. For a second, when you said Harlem World, I didn't think Mace's album. I thought Mace's group. I was like, seriously?
I'm not
that Harlem World?
On a cloudy day, maybe, but not in the rain.
But man,
how about you, David? Yeah, David. How about you? How was your week with?
Man, my week has been honestly trash. Like, besides the DMX news, I have news from other friends that are facing similar issues, and it's funny. It's like I had a thought today: if this vaccine worked, wouldn't you be giving it to people who are ill from this virus right now?
Yeah.
If it worked, isn't it supposed to be something like an antidote? Right?
I heard another explanation today, and it's
like that.
Kind of like,
bro.
Actually, that's not even the goal for what's going on.
All I know is that Pfizer and Moderna just admitted that this vaccine won't last you more than 6 months of coverage or protection. That's not protection.
Yeah, you have to go like different. There's like more than one time you got to go get the vaccine.
Welcome to getting a shot every few months to live in this world. Like I'm over this shit, to be honest with you. It has me thinking about getting the fuck out of North America altogether. And
go to the States. States don't give a fuck. What States? Listen,
I'm not.
Listen,
they don't. They really don't.
They
right?
don't.
There's
Dwight's
18,
there, and Dwight
like
tells me they do not care.
I said it before. There's 18 states in the United States that said fuck all this COVID shit, and you know what? Whatever.
That's actually a good segue to plug Casual Fan Podcast. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the notified. Right now, no, the only reason I said that is because right now they're in Florida, WrestleMania. How many people did they say the number?
They have about 25,000 people.
25,000.
Texas had a full stadium.
Yeah.
At a baseball game. Texas had a full ass stadium at a baseball game.
And then watching it, you saw some people with masks. You saw some people
without,
with their masks on their chin. Some people without. Like
they don't. And like,
up to you.
It is what it is, right?
Cassidy just battled
the vaccine. DMX got the vaccine and passed from it simply because he needed to travel, right, for his album that he's been working on.
Yeah, they're saying so. There's some people with DMX's death. They're saying it's either the overdose or COVID, one or the other. I heard the COVID was already like squashed.
Family members have said.
Yeah, his family. I heard his family squashed the COVID, like it's not COVID, like
and they're suing the press for saying that it's been a drug overdose. DMX is, for those who've been following DMX, right? He's been getting more help. He's been getting clean. He's been maintaining a better lifestyle, a better mentality. So a coworker of mine, this 64-year-old Italian man, when he heard DMX pass, he sent me this message saying the record industry had no more use for him, just like they had no more use for Michael Jackson, Prince. They took him out.
No, they had no more use for Michael Jackson, and they needed what he had. But DMX, even say it was an overdose, with the way times are today, in the way that we know that DMX, like if you follow DMX or watched anything DMX or heard of anybody with DMX, you know he's a man who has to be on the move. You know what I mean? He has to be on the move. It's just he can't sit still.
He was in Arizona at one point.
So in a time like COVID, like
he can't do much.
What are you gonna do? They're gonna lock you down. So if you tell me drug overdose, I'm like, that's possible because
can't stay.
Idle hands are the work of the devil. Like
devil's playground.
Are the devil's playgrounds. Like the man had nothing else to do. You're sitting them in a house. Like best way to pass time. Like for me, I smoke. You know what I mean? Like I do what I do. But if you do something harder and you do the same basis as I do, like that's fucked.
Yeah.
So it's
you also know your limits, man. Like anyone knows their limits. You know your limit, Cheza.
But even today,
you know what kind of blunt's going to get, what size of blunt or whatever is going to get you past that space that you're comfortable with. Everyone knows their limits. So a man like DMX, who was introduced to crack and all this shit, like being tricked, right? It's like Smokey smoking that joint in the Mexican's car, right? That's the kind of shit that was on, right?
It's going to go to exactly what I was going to say.
Ended up
possibly because in this day and age, could have been laced with fentanyl.
But you don't know what if true, depending on the thing. It could be laced with fentanyl.
You never know. That's another thing. It could have been that. So it's like, I say to me, I'm like, if it's a possibility, I'm like, with COVID and everything, I can see that being the reason that it happened. But he fucking sucks. DMX is gone,
bro. Like,
oh, yeah.
I wanted to hear what he was cooking up, man. Like, I really do.
That album, yeah.
I wanted to hear what he was cooking up, man.
They've been working on that for a minute.
Question for you guys, because I saw a video. DMX with Rakim.
Yeah.
And when he it was pretty much the first time they met, but it was the second time they met. Rakim said the first time they met was like a quick thing, like "I love you, peace," type thing. But he's so DMX and him are going back and forth, and he's just rapping off "Paid in Full," I believe, right in front of Rakim, and then they're talking about making music together. And DMX like, "Yo, this is crazy because we're just working on a track now." So I looked it up and I saw a track, but it kind of looks like it's I'm not sure. Was it already out? Have you guys heard a track of DMX and Rakim?
Yeah, they did a song. It wasn't that great.
It wasn't.
From me, I heard it once. I wasn't really feeling it, but they did the video and all that stuff. So
okay.
It might have been a fan made video or something, but I believe
there's a lot of fan made videos out there.
That was the thing. I was like, is that gonna be something on the new album though? That's what I'm like, was that for the new album or is that just
that was a while ago?
On? Yeah, okay.
That was a while.
So it was just something they were working on. Yeah, but that new album would be crazy.
I want to say shout out to Jay-Z and Beyonce, if this is true, for buying up his catalog and giving it to his kids.
Oh, you remember when DMX came off of Def Jam, right? DMX owed $12 million.
Yeah.
Jay-Z said, forget about it. You can go.
Yeah.
He wiped his debt, $12 million already. Yeah. So for Jay-Z to do this, I see it possible. I see because
people do know that X and Hov had a bigger relationship than most rappers in this game.
They had a very competitive past.
Yeah.
For a very long time. It's
not like a bad competitive past.
No.
You know what I mean? Right? Because these two could have easily been on the same roster, on the same label, right? It could have been.
Well, you remember, they were going to make a group together. Murder Inc. was supposed to be Jay-Z, DMX, and Ja Rule.
And so they even shot the XXL cover, the interview and everything. Yeah. So
they made the song. They made
two songs. They did two songs. They did the song called Murder Inc.
And the other one was
Streets is Watching, and then the one for Ja's first album.
Yeah. And Jay-Z, I've never seen Jay-Z do a feature for somebody's video, and he's not on the song.
That's true.
You're right.
That's true.
When he goes, what's my name, and he's in that video, right?
Think about
just because he mentioned Jigga, and he's like, yeah, bro, the love that was there between the two of them, man, it's crazy.
If you really want to see them two, like their dynamic, go back and watch the documentary Backstage.
Yeah, Backstage. I was looking up the battle. I was trying to find the battle because you ever hear that old school battle that they talk about? Jay-Z and DMX on
if somebody has that,
a pool
if somebody
table,
has that, they should have put
battling
it
back and forth, and the room was pretty much split. Half the room said Jay-Z took it, the other half said it was DMX. But then there's that freestyle where like DMX is just going nuts on Backstage with Jay and all that. Backstage is a big one to watch. If you haven't watched it, go watch it because that shit is fire.
I think it was Irv Gotti that said DMX whoever was siding with X thought he won, but because X didn't clean sweep him like he did everybody else, he felt like he didn't win. Like that's how competitive these two are. Like,
yeah, man, they've been competitive. It's just like it's hip hop. Like, I got a better verse. You know what I mean? I have the better verse, and DMX is DMX. So all those times where DMX is speaking out on Jigga, Jay just like, it's X. What are you gonna do, man? Like, sometimes you gotta do it. Like, hey, it's almost like it's funny. It's almost like when Ro. It's like, Chaz, you hear Ro? Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's Ro.
It's Ro, B. It's Ro.
Like he's going to lash out sometimes.
It's
You know what I
that's
mean?
what they
Like,
do, man.
because he's honestly, outside of Tupac, the most raw rapper in the industry. There's nobody raw.
Maybe ODB.
Yo, we
I don't
can
even
talk
know
about that.
because ODB never
Richie.
wrote his own shit.
Hold on, before we talk into that, because that's
That's true.
something that I really
True.
want to get into. But let's take this next shot.
It's a real friendships, man.
Bullet. Yeah. So what you were just saying there, I've been having this like thought. I'm like, where's that? They always had that argument of Ja Rule, DMX, wannabes of Tupac. But now we'll say 20 years later, looking back,
Yeah,
I think DMX, in knowing the depth of his character, of who he is and the shit that he would do, and he's the closest one to Pac. If there's like,
100%.
and I just don't mean between DMX and Ja Rule. I mean like across the board. Like,
yeah,
he's the most honest one, like the most feeling one that compares to Pac to me.
So Ches, are you saying that you know who he be?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Sorry, I Mo's not here, so somebody.
I know somebody's got to throw him in.
but yes, that's exactly, bro. Like, there's nobody that can embody what Pac embodied outside of DMX. You know what I mean?
Nothing.
Like that rawness, that pure energy, right? No matter
That
what,
honesty.
love him or fucking hate him, right? If you're gonna ride with him, you're gonna ride with him to the end, and that's it, right? No more. Like, take him for who he is, right?
He's given us so many great moments. Like,
Listen,
his Breakfast Club talking about Drake when he didn't really know who Drake was.
yo, that whole conversation was hilarious. And then even the afterwards, because he did meet up with Drake after.
Yeah.
And he talked about him using the sample.
Yeah, but that's the joke, because he's like, when they brought that up, he's like, man, yeah, Drake is cool, man. I love Drake. He's like, when I met Drake was like, yo, D, I'm your fan. I loved you since, you know what I mean? And DMX was just like,
You raised me.
He's a fan.
Right?
Yeah, he's like, oh shit, he's a fan. Oh, my bad, bro. My bad.
Yo.
Right? But he's also like, you know what? I used your song. Fuck it.
Yeah,
You want to.
I get it.
Like,
But talking about moments, I believe you guys might know her. You guys should know her. Zoe Ellis. I feel like she like does like a lot of stuff hip hop. Did you see the picture she posted up of DMX on stage with Tiny Lister?
no.
Hugging, like crying. Like, hey, so she posted it on Facebook. Tiny Lister, DMX hugging. I'd have to find it in it's a lot of things. But yeah, so in that picture, like he just finished one of his prayers on stage. And Tiny Lister came up on stage in tears, she said, like in tears, and just walked up to DMX. And for 2 minutes, little DMX, because you got to remember, DMX was like 5'5". Sonny Lister is like 6'5". So little DMX is consoling this big man. Like his words alone, like that's why I'm like, he's
Bro,
like a Pac. Like,
imagine a man that curses the most, has his demon battle on stage through his lyrics, right? And ends every fucking show with a prayer on stage with his fans.
Like,
yo, he was Marvin Gaye. When you think about it, Trouble Man.
Yeah.
DMX was Trouble Man.
you got to elaborate that. You got to break that down.
So Marvin Gaye, his father was a pastor. Okay. And they didn't have a great relationship at all. Like they had like, a terrible relationship. But he was the person like
when your do-rag and the hoodie are having a good relationship. Wow.
No, that's meant to do that.
I know you've been fighting with that since we started.
I know. Anyways, but Marvin Gaye's father was the pastor, but he didn't like his music because he said, it's devil music. But Marvin Gaye had a spirituality that his dad didn't get. And his dad was on the low, not living the life he was talking about. Yeah. So they're both going through this duel with the devil, really. Mm. Like Marvin Gaye, he sang about love and stuff, but did he really, really get it? You know what I'm saying? Like the one person he wanted to impress the most rejected
it.
Like,
but
DMX just wanted to make music, you know, make babies.
DMX, so honestly, he wanted people to love him for who he was.
Yeah,
right? And you know, do what he needed to do, bro. Like DMX, honestly, one of the most loving fathers if you ever seen him with his kids. Right,
but stern, because remember that one time they tried to play him on Ayanza.
Oh yeah, they did.
I tried to play him, and he was like with his kid. He's just like, "Yo, I'm not doing this shit, bro. Like, we're not doing this here. No, we're not doing this." And the kid's like, "Come on, you got to show you love me." He's like, "Nah, we're not. This ain't it." And he was like real about it, and people are like, "Oh my god, can't believe." But you know, afterwards, he done talked to his kid. He done patched up his kid. You know, so
bro,
it's like
you don't need to try to do nothing for fucking clout, right? And that's it. I'm gonna do it because I want to.
Yeah.
Right. You know, and the kids know that. Like, so don't try and clown him. Like, I'm only gonna do it because I want to, not because you're trying to make me do it for somebody else.
Right.
Like, I'm not taking no pictures with my kid posting on the internet because somebody else wants me to. I post it when I want to. Right. I love my child to death, but I'm only gonna do what the fuck I want to do when I want to. Right.
Bro, that's when I wrote that lady off. I was just like, yo, I'm not even rocking with this. So as soon as I saw that one time, I was like, done.
Bro, it's a good show. It's a good show, but there's a lot of misleading.
Bro, but that's what she is, man. Like her, Wendy Williams.
Hey, don't forget, Ayana comes from Camp Oprah, so
exactly. Yeah.
They know the game.
Yeah.
Dr. Phil, they're from the same camp, so
yeah. Yep.
But yeah. All right. Before we
favorite DMX song each.
Yeah. I was gonna before that. Well, an easy question first because I feel like everybody has this. It's almost the same. What's your favorite DMX album?
Oh, it's Dark, no question.
Me too. Yeah. David.
Nothing feels like that album. Nothing feels like that album. He might have made bigger hits.
Every album for that man, it just hits different, man.
Exactly.
Right? Like I can't pick one. Like I can't pick one. I can go through.
It's Dark is my thing, but Flesh My Flesh, I was just like,
that's what I'm. That's
what you're on the roller coaster. By the time Flesh My Flesh came, you were on the roller coaster. Like
the man
this is the ride.
The man had a song with Marilyn Manson in 1999. Two of the biggest artists in the world at the time.
Yeah. Yep. And two of the most misunderstood artists in the world at that time.
Yep.
Right? Bro, like, I don't know, man. Flesh of My Flesh is one of my favorites, but I can't pick, bro. I can't.
This guy. All right, so then go to
Get
Tracy's
Dog
question.
is one of my favorite songs, though.
What's the favorite song? Yeah, go to Tracy's question.
Get
What's
Happy
your
Dog
favorite
is one of my
DMX?
favorite songs, though. And don't pick what's playing right now, Trace. Don't do it. Don't be that guy.
What's yours, Trace?
No, I want to say Slippin', but there's nothing like seeing DMX in a song with a bunch of people and just spaz. So Niggas Done Started Something is my favorite DMX song.
He had wicked features. He had the locks
features, and
he had
24
hours to live. 24 hours to live. He had Mace. He had Murder Mace.
Murder Mace on that song, not Mace. He had Murder Mace on that song.
And he had Murder Mace after he came out as Harlem World Mace because DMX's album came after because DMX featured on his album first.
Yeah.
But my favorite DMX song is actually Damien. Like that whole Damien series.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I was always a demented kid. Like my favorite Biggie song is Suicidal Thoughts. Always found like, yeah, I know. But it's like
you find something in the darkness.
Yeah, it's like those introspective, like you're fighting your good side and your bad side. You don't know where you want to go. You know what I mean? Like anytime I get those type of stories told right, usually my favorite song.
Yeah.
He was a blessing to the world, man.
And also Stop Being Greedy. Stop Being Greedy. The energy of that. Yo. And that chorus is hilarious. Like that chorus is like perfect. Like you can actually walk up to somebody and say that in speech, and it would make, you know what I mean?
You can speak it. You can just speak it.
I can walk up to somebody and be like, dog, you've been eating long enough, dog. Stop being greedy. Keep it real, partner. Give it to me, man.
My ribs touching.
Ribs is touching. Don't make me wait.
Bite you.
Snatch your plate. Like, the man would just be like, you can have a bite, sir. You can have a bite. Thank you. That's all I asked for.
Yo, man. It's weird thinking that he's gone.
Yeah, man. Like a part of me sits here and I'm like, truthfully, we never saw a body.
That Pac shit again, right? Is that Pac shit again?
What if they just sent him the Pac? You know what I mean? Like Pac is like, my son,
come hang out.
It's time to come chill out, bro. It's time to chill out.
Hang out, bro.
He's gone to Cuba. Maybe he's gone to Cuba.
I can't remember who it was. But they said it was somebody that knew Pac personally, but they were like, Pac can't be alive because there's no way he would be this quiet this long.
Yeah.
No, and this was a couple years after
what's been happening in the last 4 years, he wouldn't be this quiet.
Not at all.
Yeah.
No. But again, you haven't seen a body. It doesn't seem real until you actually see something, right? But you see the celebration of life when his body left
the hospital. Yep.
Bro, like I think when that funeral hits and that procession hits, New York has no choice but to open up because they ain't giving a fuck.
They can try.
The hip hop community is not giving a fuck. The way that they're singing his songs, right? It's gonna be the same thing that they did with Biggie, but it's not gonna be just Brooklyn, bro. It's gonna be all.
X is everywhere. Like everybody loves
all
X.
of New York, bro.
Everybody loves X. Oh, you know, in Belly, I saw Terrell Hicks. She's telling the story because if you know her background, she's like very like super Christian, right?
Yeah.
So when she was doing that movie, she didn't know what to expect on set because she's like, okay, it's gonna be with a bunch of rappers, a bunch of this and that. She's like, you know what I mean? I'm going to make my money. I'm going to like make my movie, not a debut because she's been time, but she's like, I'm going there to do it. But you know, she said it blew her mind because the whole time DMX was just doing Bible quotes. Like he was just running up on her, talking about it. She's like, all we did the whole time is we sat there and we spoke about the Bible. But you have to understand how this man knows his Bible. Like this man is sitting there doing quotes and speaking in quotes and quotes. And she's like, it blew my mind because I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting like hip hop rappers and all this stuff. And this man's like, let's talk Bible.
Yeah.
Like it was crazy. So just the layers, like DMX comes off as this hardcore, super gruff, I'll kill you right now type thing, which you get on his wrong side, he would. But
yes, Lord, give me a sign.
Layers, bro. Man had layers.
Yeah, crazy, bro.
And that's why, like, with the different names that passed away, DMX hits a lot because he had songs that brought people through shit.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I mean? Like,
Let Me Fly.
A lot of shit. Either Let Me Fly or Give Me That. Oh, man. That. And then, you know what's called? Oh, I believe it's the Family or label. But they did drop a DMX album on the 9th on Spotify that I saw. It's called God's Prayers.
Yeah.
Oh, the compilation.
So it's the compilation of all the different prayers from the different albums. So the 5 prayers on one album.
That's dope.
That's crazy. Like,
that's dope. Like, how many other people? Like, honestly, how many other rap artists would be able to really sell? Like, people hear this saying, like, this fucker's praying at the end of his album. Fuck this guy. Yeah. Right. And they look at the next one like, fuck this shit. Right. They'd be like, yo, this man's a hypocrite. They'd be like, this man's a hypocrite. You know what I mean? Hove couldn't have no prayer at the end of his fucking album. Mace couldn't have no prayer at the end of his album.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be the one.
Prayer at the end of his album. And Mace was a fucking pastor, bro. He still couldn't do it. Right? No one's gonna accept it. But DMX,
they're fine because they understand. But it's when they respect, like they know that you're still hard. You know what I mean? When you know you're the hardest out, you can be as soft as you want because
it's not even being soft, bro. It's the realness of this man. You know what I mean?
but they take it as softness when you reveal that. That's why a lot of rappers won't reveal it because they're like, yo, I don't want to be sensitive. I don't want to do this because it's going to make me look like a gal. It's going to make me look like a girl, feminine, whatever. DMX don't give two shits.
Let me tell you something. For them to compile his prayers, to me, is akin to Jay-Z doing a whole concert of B-sides.
Yeah.
You can't. There's not a lot of people who do that.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people who do a concert with just one album.
Yeah.
I tell you,
I'm just performing the classic album. That's it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of people that can do stuff like that. So to compile a list of prayers that he did and just put that out speaks to how much he really moved people.
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
Some people like your music, but not everybody connects with you.
That's the biggest thing I feel like will be missing is his next step of life. Like, to me, he had to become a preacher or some type of speaker. Maybe not a preacher in the church, but this man's voice when he speaks,
you have to listen, bro.
You listen and you feel, not just listen, you feel.
It's commanded. Like 100% is commanded, right?
I would have loved to see him in the later years have a Mike Tyson like resurgence to where he can do not a concert, but like a one-man show where he's
that's
just
what
talking.
I mean, like as a speaker, like something. Because
podcast.
Even when Kanye West did his Sunday service, he went over there and he did a whole prayer, right?
Yeah,
like that's his man. All right, we got this next shot. What is this next shot to before we move over to Kardi?
We did this last week, but we're gonna do it again. Legacy. Thank you.
Bomb.
We talking about Kardi?
Yeah. Can't believe I didn't show the thing like the DMX picture.
Show it, bro.
I'm so into it. Just before move too tough. Make sure you guys see it. DMX. R.I.P. It's the God.
Give a moment of silence for the king right now.
As he plays music in the background. Boom. All right. So who I got next here? If nobody heard, I hope you've heard. Cardinal has been appointed the senior vice president, A&R at Universal Canada.
That's right.
So first and foremost, got to give a big up.
Well, not even just that. This is yesterday. I think yesterday was the 20th anniversary for the album I'm playing in the background now. Firestarter, or Quest for Fire. 20 years ago, this man dropped that with some of the biggest bangers ever.
Let me tell you something. I'm super proud of David for knowing that because I didn't even remember that. But I do remember when it came out, I bought a Walkman not for the first time, but I bought a Discman. And I bought the album, took it home, played it on the way. I was like, yo, this man's production, the crispiness, the cleanliness.
And most of it was produced by him. Most of it was produced by him.
Hold on, wait.
Oh, actually, as you play that, big question, because as a youth growing up in Sudbury,
I'm gonna beat that face.
As a youth growing up in Sudbury, this is everything I hear him saying is either patois to me or something I really haven't heard before.
Right.
So you two growing up here, how did it feel to hear this song and see that video on Much Music?
Yo, hear it all?
Bruh, I was in Bermuda when this came out.
Oh, okay, you were in Bermuda.
I was in Bermuda when this came out. I wasn't even here.
Yo, bro, when this
I got to buy it out there.
When this dropped for me, I'm like, yo, these white cats have no fucking idea what he's saying right now. And him to explain it to them. The only reason why enough of these guys know because he explained it to them.
Right.
For this guy to take Big L's formula and apply it to Toronto slang.
Yeah.
amazing. It's all about the idea and then the execution.
Right.
And he did both very well.
As you say that, you just reminded me of another time. Do you remember the time that he had an idea and he did it, and then Sticky Fingers used it, and he got very upset about it?
Yeah, he did.
He did. Remember?
He did.
Sticky Fingers. So remember when Cardinal did the So Ghetto song?
Yeah.
Like breaking down, if this, and this, you're ghetto, this, and this, you're ghetto, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Then Sticky Fingers did the same track on his album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Black Trash album. Yeah.
But I told you guys this already, and you guys didn't want to believe me, right? But a lot of boot camp click stuff, right? Smith and Wesson stuff, OGC stuff, right? Sean Price's stuff, all their slang came from here. They took their slang from up here, right? And mixed it with that Brooklyn shit. They took it from here.
I wouldn't be surprised. I can't.
I wouldn't be surprised. Like Brooklyn and Toronto was like
confirm it.
It was like a direct.
I wouldn't be surprised. It's very similar.
Like Brooklyn, Toronto, there was like a direct link. Like the link was Brooklyn, Toronto, UK, and then Jamaica, obviously. But that was the link. Like, however, the UK people talked, I knew they talked like that in Toronto, and I knew they talked like that in Brooklyn. You know what I mean? It was just like.
That's why
it looks like Jamaicans are so influential because no matter where they go, wherever they go, people change the way they talk to sound like them. It's kind of funny because most Jamaicans, when they go somewhere, they try to change the way they talk to sound like the people.
Sound like somebody else.
But the people always try to talk like them.
But when they become spooky, that's where the slang comes in.
Yeah. But so Cardinal being appointed the senior vice president. So with this, I didn't understand. One thing I didn't understand is when it says senior vice president, comma A&R. Does that mean he's the senior vice president and the A&R, or the senior vice president of A&R?
No,
I think it's the first part. I don't think it's the latter.
Okay, so
I think it's the senior vice president and an A&R.
No, okay, the only thing I didn't like about that sounds like a conflict to me.
Why is that?
Like
sounds like a conflict.
Why do you say that?
I think you need, just like, to me, maybe not like morally, but I think to me, when I look at a lot of producers I've worked with, they don't like to master their own stuff because they need another set of ears. So if you're the vice president and the A&R, like, who gives you the who's the buffer? Who's the person that
But there's also other A&Rs. There's not just one A&R on the spot.
Yeah, I get that. Right? I get that. I just wonder, with people who have dual jobs at labels, to me, historically, it's never really ended well.
I feel maybe like the reason he has a dual job is because he answers directly to
president.
He will report to Jeffrey Remedios, chairman and CEO of Universal Music Canada. Mm-hmm. So put in the senior vice president thing there. It's like when he finds new talent, he brings them directly to the CEO. Like, what do you think? You know what I mean? So I don't think he works with the other A&Rs, but his line is direct. As in, theirs might have to be go through the department and whatever other channels. Yeah.
Okay.
And go through him.
I'm just saying, I've seen people who've had dual positions like that in labels, and when it ends, they're like, I should have just been one or the other because A, B, C, D. So right. I hope that he's whatever way he's doing it is beneficial to him, because I've just seen it as a fan, as a casual fan. I've seen it happen too many times.
Or I think this is beneficial just for the culture altogether. You know what I mean? I think it's like 15 years, 18 years, it's like 15, 10 years too late, right? Like it should have happened already, right? But I feel that this is real beneficial to the Canadian culture of hip hop right now.
I'll say this though. I hope because we haven't heard the title A&R used much, I hope that they're really cultivating, not just finding somebody. Really cultivate. I hope they're doing it.
The way they say the industry is today, A&Rs are kind of like out the window. You know what I mean? Like usually most labels, what they do is they watch Instagram, they watch TikTok, they see who gets buzz, and then they sign them to a deal. So is the A&R position like at the same time as I say that about the US, I think I'm like, I always have to remember that Canada is always about 5-10 years behind the US. So does it make sense to have an A&R in Canada? Because right now, Toronto should be the breeding ground. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just like when New York was hot, you went to New York. When Atlanta was hot, you go to Atlanta. Right now, Canada runs music, but nobody's running to Toronto.
No.
So,
or no one's running because all those top artists are coming out of Toronto, right? Well, you got Drake, you got Drake, you got Tory, you got The Weeknd, you got Bieber's not Toronto, but you got Bieber, still. you got Pressa, you got Belly, who's Ottawa, you got a bag of people, right, that are running this game.
You got what's his
but at the same time, there's like, sorry, go ahead.
From around the way, as you have folks from around the way, Nav.
Yeah, there's Nav as well.
Yeah, but Nav as well, right? Like, there's a bag of people coming from this side of the border, right?
There's a bag, but it's like
they ain't running for us, right?
They're not running.
They're hoping that this wave dies, bro. But this wave isn't dying, right? This wave isn't dying. This has been the hottest streak from any industry since the East Coast lost it to the West Coast originally, right? There's been no other side that's been hotter than the North side.
But the thing with the Canadian music though that I find is like, even though there's like the top people, there's no middle. So there's people up here, and then there's the underground down here, but there's no way in the middle unless you connect to the top people.
But there was no way in the middle. There was no way in the middle for Atlanta, for the South.
No, always. Atlanta was always open. Atlanta was always open for anybody. Look at Gucci. Gucci signed anybody. You know what I mean? Like, look how many labels are in Atlanta. Like,
no, but you can sign anybody all you want. Just signing them doesn't make anything. The people that get signed,
I mean, the work in itself, the work too.
No, but the people who listen, man, like that's probably the only thing that really separates us from everywhere else. In New York, and the East Coast, West Coast, Midwest, down South, they're willing to sign every and anybody, right? But up here, they're only signing those who can make it, right? So if you're not able to make it, they're not signing you, which is why there's longevity here. There's longevity here, though. Bro, what would you rather want as a label owner? Would you rather want a guy that can't put out 2 albums, or you're gonna want a guy, or you want to sign somebody that can put out 5, 6, 7 albums?
That depends on my quarter. That depends on my quarter, because one hit wonder might keep me good for a good 2 quarters, and then another artist. You know what I mean? It's like, but there has to be a balance. You can't
don't realize. People don't realize
because every artist you sign isn't going to be a Drake. And every artist you sign is going to be Weeknd. Is going to be
The Weeknd. Listen, OVO.
OVO is a perfect example. Actually, OVO is a perfect example.
OVO and EXO, right? Their artists have been consistent, and they don't sign a lot.
OVO is a perfect example. OVO is a perfect example.
Y'all ever heard of Wendy Day?
Who else is big?
Y'all ever heard of Wendy Day?
Yeah, you heard of Wendy Day, but outside of Drake, who else is big?
Hold on.
Who else is big?
Hold on. Wendy Day said the music industry is the only industry where they sign 10 people, and one of the people or product pays for everything else.
Yep.
That is so backwards.
But you don't know which product's gonna hit. That's the problem. It's music. So that's why when it comes to labels today, that's why they don't do A&R. That's why they're like, you know what? Let's wait and see what they do on Instagram and TikTok and whatever. And if they have a song that's popping, we can sign them and make a little money off of that. But Canada, we don't have that. Like, Canada doesn't have that.
You don't have an industry.
But at the same time, it's like, what's the
we don't
label?
Have an industry.
Like,
but that's why Cardinal is so perfect for this, because this man learned the industry from the southern side of the border after busting down doors, fences, windows, walls, everything. Like, he just went down there with a fucking sledgehammer and beat the shit out of everything. Because if it wasn't for him right? Like shout out to Maestro who opened the door for Cardinal, right? Who opened the door for like the Rascals, who opened the door for Chocolate. But Cardinal took a sledgehammer and just beat down the fucking house. You know what I mean? Like he's like, y'all are letting us in? All right, fine, fuck your house. He's like the big bad wolf and took everything the fuck out.
Dangerous.
You know what I mean?
Dangerous.
Right? 20 years later, how many years later? Dangerous is bubbling on TikTok right now.
Yep.
The reinvention is real.
So it's like, and everything he's done, I think he's perfect to actually help to actually cultivate and bring a proper industry to Canada for actual musicians up here. So maybe you might see at that time where that middle ground is actually solidified, right? Where artists who might not have the best album but have some serious penmanship get picked up as writers now, because that's what they're doing down there.
A lot of these guys, that's what I mean, like another, because there's like I'm going with what you're saying.
Hold on. Time on.
Yo. Okay, let's take this next shot.
Yo, this is the all-time killing Cardinal official YOK.
Yo.
Me oh my what?
Let me tell you something. Living in Bermuda and being able to buy certain albums out there, just saw how their distribution was like.
Right.
Let me ask you a question, Trace. Because
what's that?
When I was in the States, I was in the States when this video first hit BET.
Yeah.
How did it feel when seeing it? And you know exactly who that is, and everybody around you is like,
"Yo,
who's that?"
Yo,
and you finally could be. No, trust me, because especially with going to New York all the time, and they're always like, they know everything. You know what I mean? Like, I used to go down there to record their radio to bring back to Sudbury, and I was a shit in Sudbury because I had all the music they didn't have. So to finally know something they didn't know, bro, Kardi had me proud like a motherfucker.
Yo, bro, when I was in Poughkeepsie, New York, when Northern Touch video dropped, okay, and my cousin's like, "Yo, they stole that. Y'all Canadians steal too much."
Y'all stole the APMD beat. Y'all stole the DMX beat.
We didn't steal, bro. That's not a beat that we stole.
We sampled the rhythm like everybody else.
Mad people have that beat, bro. We never stole
sampled
that.
The rhythm and we made it just like everybody else.
Listen,
and we made it nice.
You have the right producers.
So nice.
Will be hitting the right music.
Nice.
The right music. The
so
right
nice.
Producers. But Trace, sorry, I did ask you. So how was it? How did it feel?
It felt great because in Bermuda they have much music out there. So I was watching Much Music and BET. So it was one of the few videos that from a Canadian artist you would see on Much Music's Rhapsody and then see on BET's Rhapsody.
Yeah.
You know, from us. So it's pride, man. It's pride. Every time I came back home to visit, I would look for an album from here, whether it was Ghetto Concept, whether it was Citizen Kane. I needed to get it, but like to be able to buy a Maestro album in Bermuda, to be able to buy a Cardinal album in Bermuda, to be able to buy Infinite's album out there, like it just showed, this is 1998.
Yeah.
It wasn't like it is now. Not everybody had a record label and a label deal, and you needed to be on a label
to actually get music out there. To get access.
Or you needed to have your numbers up to where you can get a distribution deal to be everywhere.
Right.
So Kardi held us down for a long, long time, and he's still doing it. Got to give him his props. Got to give him his flowers. And right now is all about giving your flowers. If you've learned nothing from this DMX situation,
give them
understand.
Their fucking roses.
Understand. We're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. So
give them their fucking flowers.
But when it comes to actually bringing back to DMX, I feel like DMX did get his flowers, though. I feel like everybody, anytime they saw DMX, they showed him love. They might have showed the wrong side as well, and like the drug side and all that shit. But anytime he bucked up with another artist or a fan or something, like even as a fan, there was never a day where you're like, if DMX was going through shit, you weren't like, fuck DMX. you were like,
right,
man.
right.
Or anytime you heard that DMX was getting ready to get back in the studio, you were like, yo.
You got excited. You got excited.
Yo, let's
you
go.
Got excited. And you listen to the album.
Like even
if you like or not, even if you don't
even
listen.
if you were looking forward to the album, you were like, yo, get back on your feet.
Exactly.
Anytime you heard Swiss say, yo, me and Dog are back in the studio, you're like, yeah, get back at it, man. Like you rooted for him.
Yeah, 100%.
I was waiting for Darkman X in that studio with Swiss. I was waiting for that Rough Rider reunion. You know what I mean? Like
just to hear that sound again, just to hear it together again. Yeah. But yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to take it away from Kardi just yet, but yeah, not yet. We still did 5 minutes ago. This isn't the first episode. We're not back on Pocket Live. Calm down. Calm down.
Relax.
You're trying to Pocket Live us. You see him? I see you. I see what you're trying to do.
Like, oh, you said Kardi? Oh, that means drink.
I see what you're doing.
Hey, Jason done started something.
What you're doing. But yeah. With the Coke. So actually pretty much. So do you guys believe Kardi in this position will help the Canadian industry?
Yeah, man, for sure. Like I said, he's going to be able to set up an infrastructure that we've never had before, right? And I believe that he's going to be the one to propel all the other labels, right, to follow what he's doing over there at Universal.
Do you feel this will be a resurgence? Is it a resurgence? I forget the word. I feel like it's like an emergence of record labels in Canada.
I don't know. The trend seems to be independence. And I think whatever he's doing is trying to be a proper bridge between what was, what is, and what can be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because he's in a position to lead to the future.
Yeah.
And when you see where we are now, like the opportunities for companies and independent artists, I think he's the perfect bridge. So I hope he does a good job. I'm rooting for him. If there's anybody who's had the experience, the know-how, and has given us classic moments and classic music, I'm rooting for him.
Okay.
Somebody has
like,
to.
Basically, from what I see, it says inking a joint. Well, his job is going to be inking a joint venture deal with a British producer, Harmony Samuels, and yet to be announced label imprint. So it looks like he'll be launching a label as well. So and that's
Black J's. I hope he relaunches that Black J's imprint.
So that's where the question is. It's like, will he be out here? Say somebody down, say Iceberg just starts popping, and he's like, "Yo, imprint." You know what I mean? I wonder, does that open up that? Because to be connected to like a major label for Canadian, I feel it's like super different than American. You know what I mean? Like American, they're past.
But it's the same thing in the States.
They can still sell from the trunk.
These independents still have their imprints on a major label. Griselda, Rock Nation, whatever, right? They all still have that imprint, whether it's just distribution, whether it's management. There is a major label connection somewhere in the United States, right? So it's not just being signed to this major; it's being signed and being able to do what you still got to do and controlling your own assets, but they're using their system to push you. That's really what it is, right? So up here, we still the only ones taking a $60,000 advance, right, for a fucking label deal that gives you no control of your masters. It gives you 5% royalties. It gives you whatever kind of bullshit. By the time you sell 1 million copies, you're still living at your mama's house. The fuck does that help you? None of that shit helps you. You know what I mean? Like you buy a car, you buy some jewelry, and you need
the first offer too. It's usually the first offer too.
Yeah, exactly. It's the here, go fuck yourself offer. I know you can make more money than this, but we're not going to give it to you, right?
You gotta be like Master P. They told him, Master P, we'll give you $1 million. Master P said, I'm cool. He leaves. C Murder goes nuts.
Cussed him out.
Why would you fucking do it? Why would you want us to be poor? He went off.
He said C Murder cussed him out from when they left Priority to when they got back to Louisiana.
Yep.
Yeah.
And all Master P said.
And then he told them
offer us $1 million.
They're making way more than that. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Master P said if they're gonna give us $1 million, they're gonna make a hell of a lot more than that. So we're worth way more than $1 million.
Yeah.
But hey,
That
labels
wasn't a
learn how
million
to take
each. That was a million
take
each. That was
advantage.
$1 million straight.
$1 million for the label itself. For the label,
That was $1 million. That was
$1
$1 million
million
for the label.
And
Yeah,
who knows?
That was $1
And,
million each person. That was $1 million for the label.
and who knows how much they would have retained of his company?
Right.
That
All
as
of
well.
it.
As
All
well.
of it. Right?
He want
Because they're
all
not
he
going to
want.
give you that.
They laughed at him when he said he wanted 85%.
My
You know
dude,
what I'm saying?
I built it. I built this shit. You coming to me because I'm the shit.
I'm the
not
tank,
with you.
bro. He told you I'm the tank, bro. Listen. But okay. Let's give a big up to Kardi. We'll finish off in this Diddy talk because Diddy's fucking up.
Hold on. Wait.
Oh,
Wait,
hold on,
take
David.
another
Before you go further, I wish they put the original Money Jane on the album, though. I will say that the remix is cool, but I want the original Money Jane on the
The
album.
original Money Jane was dope. Sean Paul's verse was dope. But this goes out to Cardinal and Maxine. Oh, Miss Maxine.
Big up the Cardinal. New
Pick
position.
up to Maxine, whoever Maxine
Miss
is.
Big up on
Maxine.
his new position at Universal.
One of the greatest splits in a video ever.
You know what's funny?
And he's just calmly like with the women around him. Just,
Right, that girl like
Girl that used to know.
and when we say I'm not changing her vote.
She have to run and change her clothes. Like, no, I'll tell you this about Kardi. Cardi's one of the artists, but he might have been the artist that was closest to me because he was from Canada in Toronto.
Yeah.
When it came to music, he showed me like you can be Jamaican.
Somebody
You can be
You
you.
can be who you want. You can be
somebody's
You don't have to
somebody
be a
said
New
it well.
York super lyrical blah blah. You can just be you.
Yeah.
Somebody said about Mishi Me, she had a cheat code that when she would battle at a concert and she battled somebody, she'd bring out the dance hall side because the Americans didn't know what to do with it.
Can't touch it.
Yeah.
So
Can't touch it.
Yo, but I will say this: if Mishi went in as a reggae artist, she would have been way bigger than she ever was as a female rapper.
bro, she was
True.
a part of
She
a
would have
metal
ran that
band.
reggae side, bro. She would have ran that shit,
She was a part of a metal band.
bro. But
Yo,
she
bro.
would have still ran that reggae shit, bro.
Yeah, we
She would've
still
ran
need
it.
to interview her because there's a lot of questions for the shit she
I've
did.
been wanting
'Cause I have a question. Like,
I've been wanting to interview her from
yeah, no,
Max,
man.
We need to get
Since
Kardi
days,
on the
but
show. We need to
I'm
get
sitting here
Mishi
right
on
now.
the show. We need to get Julie Black on the show.
And the
YLK on the
mindset,
show.
The
The
mic,
Ghetto
yeah.
Concept on the show.
I would love us to do when things open up, I would love us to interview the circle or as many people from the circle
As many as
in
we can.
one setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's us just chilling. Like it's
Yeah.
almost like the world's opening back up and we can all chill together and we interview the circle. All four of us with like all 10 of them in one
dirty.
spot, and it's just us in the basement just chilling, drinking.
No, because that's the vibes that I'm looking at. Because I'm like, even the mindset I have right now, like I'm like, a lot of these we got to get back to that.
Yeah.
Getting into the history, because that was how the Shot Club really started. Like we started interviewing like legends. Like let's give them the flowers. It's like you said on your shirt right there. Give them their flowers. Like so, it's like we got to get back to it. We got to get back to it because we have film, and just even after DMX, like the whole after DMX and Kardi getting this shit. Like, come on, people got to know. People got to know about these people. True say we don't realize, but them shits is 20 years old. B. Like, a lot of these people are like 20 years ago we became fans. So as much as we still
25 years ago, bro.
As much as we still feel that it's yesterday, the kids today have no clue. The people today have no clue. Like,
I'm gonna say this right now. Shout out before we do vanish. This is the anniversary of the passing of Redway Boulevard.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yes,
someone who never got his flowers from Mississauga, Ontario. You know, shout out Redway. We're always praying for you. You know what I mean? And your family.
Let me see if I can do this. Can I get it done?
Oh, Miss Maxine, your body look ready for you and my mate. Yo, this man said she looked like a tin of bully beef, bro. Like, yo, B.
Yo, like I said, you let me know you can be yourself.
You know how many bully people? Yo, you know how many bully beef?
You can be yourself. I said the man said tin of bully beef. Like, nah, man.
Yo,
you couldn't talk wrong about DMX or I'm not about DMX. You couldn't talk wrong about Cardinal around me.
No, but yo, when you listen to this whole album from front to back, the way everything's lined up, you don't have things that line up so perfectly anymore. You know what I mean? Like everything just moves so perfectly, one song from the next, interlude to the next.
To the end. Walk Like a Man.
Yeah.
There's certain songs, honestly, that should be in schools. Walk Like a Man.
Here's a vet song.
Here, before everything, I just want to do this. Make sure that it's on screen.
Here we go. This is my boy, Redway.
Yes. Give the blessings, because
Flowers.
We heard about that shit.
Flowers. This episode should be titled Flowers.
One of the new ones, Flowers. Because
our episode should be titled.
Redway is dope, bro. He was dope, and for him to go out the way he did on the 401, the 403, one of the two.
Yeah.
Right. Crazy, man. Crazy. You know. It's just sad, bro.
Oh yeah, let's get into the Diddy shit, because Diddy's, as you say, sad. Diddy. Trace, drop what Diddy was saying on the internet. Shit.
So Diddy
on the internet, on the interweb.
On the internet.
So Diddy was like pretty much taking General Motors to task about paying for ads. Like, yeah, you guys give us a little something, but you should give us what we owe. And the first thing my significant other said was, he's not wrong, but he's not the person that should be delivering this message.
At all.
2 years ago, Mace was asking for his publishing at the rate it should be.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Not just Mace. Not just Mace.
I know. The Mace example is a bad example because
no, but Mace is the only one that could really say to Diddy, like,
I'm not giving Mace no favors, bro. Listen,
outside of that, no, so forget all that.
He gave Mace his money. Mace ran away with his money.
Yeah.
Back and then said, "I want to buy my masters." No.
Okay.
Well, this next person here is paying me. Don't talk to me. Like,
okay. Anyway, well, check. Hurt people.
Yeah, I know. But
what I'm saying is, he vocalized it, but he can say it because he's done business with you, and he knows the people who've done business with you, and he knows how you do it. So for you to be the one talking to General Motors, not so much.
Yeah,
bro. End of the day, Diddy says a lot and does shit to back it up. Like when Diddy said that we ain't taking no more disrespect from the Grammys anymore. We ain't gonna sit on the back burner anymore. Diddy, the first one to submit his artist records to the Grammys for Grammy nominations. If you want to say fuck the Grammys, say fuck the Grammys. Don't submit French Montana's songs. Don't submit any of your artist songs to the Grammys. Some people
follow,
right?
And his people can win.
Like, don't submit the shit. Right. So you're gonna tell everyone else not to submit shit so your artist can win shit because you're the only ones that submitted? Fuck out of here, bro. Like, nothing about Diddy makes me happy, makes me inspired. Diddy, the biggest fucking. He's the guy who can't send a prayer at the end of his fucking album because no one fucking cares, bro. You talk about all this love shit, but you ain't got no love for the people that you've been fucking. You know what I mean?
Yo,
like you
wasn't
fucked,
that what?
You fucked
at one
Black
point, wasn't
Rob,
he named Brother
you
Love?
fucked Loon, you fucked Shine, You fucked Chopper.
No.
You want to keep going down that line?
You didn't fuck Shine. You did Shine dirty.
Yeah.
Bro, like there's so much shit that you did to all these people, and you want to go talk about fucking love, and you want to call yourself love?
You want to hear the latest one? You want to hear the latest one? Have you watched the video of Black Rob? Have you watched the Black Rob video?
Yes, I seen. Yeah, bro. Black Rob is not doing well.
Man had 4 seizures. He said he had 4 seizures. Like he had nowhere to live. He's trying to figure out how to find a place to live with his mans. And it's like Listen,
let me tell you something.
Hold on. Black Rob joined the mob. There ain't no replacing him. Like, what the how? Why didn't he take
Listen. Bad Boy was a ship that was sinking in 1999. In 1999. Black Rob and Carl Thomas in 2000 kept that ship afloat.
100%. 100%.
But like I said,
it's the same. Hold on, David. Sorry, not to cut you. It's the same thing with Lil Wayne. I don't care what Birdman did with anybody else. Wayne kept the ship afloat.
Wayne kept that ship afloat.
Take care of him.
Yeah.
Black Rob and Carl Thomas should never have to work a day in their life.
Ever. Bro, if Young MC released one fucking song and he hasn't worked a day in his fucking life off of one fucking song, okay, from he was 16, 17 years old, and he's fucking over how fucking old now, 50 something years old. Why the fuck Black Rob struggling for life?
Yeah, because
let me tell you,
Black Rob Woe is still played at stadiums. Like you'll be in a stadium and then all of a sudden you're here, and then you're like, okay.
I heard Beans passed on it. I heard Beans passed on the beat, and I heard Jay might have passed on the beat. Black Rob saved that company. Take care of the man.
100%.
Don't worry about General Mills. Don't worry about General Mills.
General Motors.
Worry about
He's not worried about cereal. He's not worried about cereal. It's not General Mills.
General Motors. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You think we just sending you Lucky Charms for no reason? You think
we
eat
Lucky Charms, did he? Fuck your Lucky Charms, you fucking.
But I'll say this.
Cocoa Puff.
I'll say this.
All we eat is Cocoa Puff. We only eat Count Chocula, motherfucker. Fuck your Fruity Pebbles.
I'm gonna say this, and given our flowers, let's go to the other side of it. Since David brought up that Young MC can eat off of one song.
Yeah.
Audio 2, Audio 2, MC Light, that's actual family. Their father owns the company that they were on. Audio 2 owns Top Billing. The father gave them that. This is your masters.
Hold that. Yeah.
That's how you do it.
You say you hold that and live off that. So don't bother me. Even if you want to say don't bother me again, this is yours.
I gave you the masters for your biggest fucking song. Right? I gave you the masters for your biggest fucking album. Enjoy. This is life.
Enjoy,
you know
man.
I mean?
Enjoy.
But Diddy just as shady as these fucking white labels, bro. The same way they're treating Patti LaBelle. The same, Diddy just as fucking shady, bro. I don't understand why people in this industry or people in this culture look at Diddy and praise this motherfucker. This man doesn't need to be praised. You know what I mean? He doesn't need to be praised.
He gets the pass because of Biggie.
He gets the pass,
and that's a problem. That's a problem, bro.
I'll be missing you. Like it's Biggie. Like Biggie gives him his.
He fucked Craig Mack. And everyone he's worked with, he's fucked over. You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't give this man no fucking pass. You know what I mean? Like if Jay-Z can say that Ben Bleekers never have to work in his life because he's good.
Yep.
And this is before a fucking album dropped.
Well,
Memphis good.
Hey, Jay-Z, you got to remember, even as you say, Jay-Z said Memphis bleak, and then back to DMX.
Will somewhere.
When what's it called? Exactly, yeah. And then what's it called? He looked at DMX. He said, "Your debt is wiped. Do what you got to do." He goes down the line and he's like, "You need help? I got you. Like I'm a billionaire, bro. Like
it's like I'm a billionaire. I'm in the position to help you. I'm in the position to make you good. I'm in the position to make sure that you, black brother, are still uplifted. Where Diddy on the other end of the spectrum, is a fucking tool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He wants to make sure he's up here all the time, and everyone else can go fuck off.
That's his thing, and that's why he lost a lot of his followers. Like Diddy used to be the man. Diddy ain't the man no more. Diddy's just the guy that is loud on the internet, bigging up his kids.
Diddy right now to me is in the same boat as Dr. Dre in the sense that he's lasted so long, he can rewrite his history.
Yeah. But will he?
No. What I'm saying is
he literally tries
because that whole General Motors,
he keeps
General Motors thing. Sorry, Jessica.
No. He literally tries to do that because he keeps changing his name. As every time you change your name,
not just that. You know not just that, but I mean,
another way. I just mean like literally, he tries to do it in the name. But
it's like you can use this platform right now and be honest with us, the people that you're trying to appease, or you could do what you're doing now is trying to make it seem like you've always been on the side of the people or the lesser than.
And you haven't. Like his vote or die shit. His vote or die shit is not about what the real vote's about, right? His vote or die shit is about the fake shit, right? If you really want people to vote, go out and vote.
He was on the Obama.
Tell them to go out and vote when it has time to do with the governor, when it has time to do with their local MPs, when it has time to do with their prosecutors, when it has time to do with the things that fucking matter and affect their life. Because the presidency doesn't mean shit, right? Everything else is what matters and affects their fucking life. But Diddy don't tell them that shit, right? If he really fucking cared, he would make good on what he's done, right? Make right for the shit he's done. But this motherfucker out here, right, changing his name because what? Love means some shit. Puffy don't mean no shit. Like, fuck out of here, bro.
The only reason I say that is because you don't need to, like at this point, we know who you are.
Yeah.
But I'm speaking for people who are me. Diddy right now is trying to appease to people who are younger and trying to influence what they think going forward. If someone like Black Rob is in a hospital, his man's is holding him down, other artists can't get their publishing back, all that stuff, we know that. Mm-hmm. But somebody like Diddy or Dr. Dre can do Straight Outta Compton, and you're not going to see the blemishes. We've seen it.
Yeah,
we know about D Barnes. We know about like these are perfect examples. These are perfect times for you to say, "This is what I did. I'm going to show you how to do things better, more honest, more."
Yeah.
And it's not being done. Like you got to show DMX. We love DMX because DMX showed us his flaws and all
the time. All the time.
Like I can't think of you any other way because you've told me what you're going through and you're still struggling.
Yep, like the man said,
I'm slipping, I'm falling, I can't get up.
Accept me for who I am, right?
That was the chorus. I'm slipping,
and live with it, or keep it moving.
And he repeated it. He didn't add nothing else but that.
Yo, accept me for who I am and accept and live with it, or keep it fucking moving. That's it. You either love me for me or you fuck off, right? Yeah. And Diddy wants us to love him for someone he's not when we see the bullshit that he is. You know what I mean?
Diddy wants love. Diddy just wants love, obviously. Like, he's always been that guy, though. He's always been the one who wants to be the center of attention.
Yeah, you want your producer all up in your videos.
That's why, exactly. That's why Suge Knight was able to do or say what he had to say, because it's true. Even though everybody tried to act like, oh my God, I can't believe he said it. I bet you everybody in the room felt that way.
Yeah.
I bet you everybody in the room felt that way. Like, yo, this guy just wants to be in all the videos. Like, he's just a producer. He's the first producer that everybody saw run up in the videos like that. And he was always wanting to be in it. They're like, why is he so like, you know?
He's the first producer that started rapping when he should have shut the fuck up and stayed behind the scenes. You know what I mean?
Nah, I don't agree with that. That I don't agree with.
It actually worked out for him because he made himself.
It worked out for him because he knows. Listen, it worked out because he knows how to work the angle.
You know why I don't agree with that? I don't agree with that because Biggie is the one that was mentoring him musically.
Into the rapper. Yeah, Biggie was telling him he should rap.
Biggie was like, yo, do it.
Yeah, he's like, you should rap. And Puffy was like, I don't really want
to. Do that shit. Do that
just because Biggie said he should rap doesn't mean Biggie should rap. If Biggie told the elephant to go and play the trumpet, the elephant shouldn't play the fucking trumpet or the saxophone or a guitar because Biggie said go play a fucking guitar.
The reason why I disagree with that is because he took a whole Junior Mafia that didn't rap. He made them stars.
No, but here's the difference though.
His choices were pretty good.
Junior Mafia. No, Biggie can make whoever. He took somebody who wanted power already, who wanted limelight already, who wanted that spot already, and put him in a spot that he didn't care about everybody else.
I tell you something.
By pushing him in that forefront, he cared less about everyone else who should have been in that position.
So David,
he's like, oh well, I can fucking do it, so I'm going to be the one doing it. He didn't care about nobody fucking else, bro.
So David, are you saying that? I don't know. Maybe did he do something wrong?
Did something a lot.
Did he do something? Did he do something wrong?
Did he do something wrong?
I'm gonna bring this back to wrestling, but
Casual Fan Podcast.
You're gonna understand it.
Casual Fan Podcast.
The way Jim Cornette, he's a promoter. He used to promote a thing, and Rick Rubin actually.
These are words I'm not listening to.
Listen, no, it's a whole point. It's a whole point. There's a real point to it. And Rick Rubin used to fund him for his promotion. And what?
Like Rick Rubin?
Yeah,
like,
Rick Rubin. Rick Rubin, yes.
Okay.
And he was saying, what promoters know, if you want to get more money out of your investor, of that person, you put them on TV. He's like Rick Rubin, as we know Rick Rubin, he's a recluse. He was like, I was lucky to get him on the phone. But Rick Rubin isn't that type. But there's other wrestling types, other promotions, and the best way to get more money out of that person and to get them to do what you want to do, especially if you know the ship is going down and they have no clue, you put them in front of the TV because that's what they want to do anyway. So I feel that's what Biggie was doing. Biggie was like,
man,
let me make this man a star so that he's so happy that he's a star that he's just going to let me do what I want to do. And what Biggie wanted to do was create labels. He created Undeus, where he signed Lil Kim and Entertainment, where he signed Cam, which he thought was better than Mace. He actually wanted Diddy to sign Cam over Mace. He liked Cam way better. And Charlie Baltimore.
Hey guys,
I feel there was a reason for his method.
Hey guys, his method might have been the reason for his method, but his method has Black Rob in a hospital bed right now, all fucked up because he can't afford to take care of himself because Diddy is a selfish motherfucking asshole.
That's not method. That's morals.
No, but again,
remember the line.
Listen, I'm gonna need you both. I'm gonna need you both to read a book called Laws of Humanity, okay? Because it tells you exactly who individuals are based on their personality types and traits. Diddy is a self-centered narcissist, 100%. Right? And if he was not placed in the front in the limelight, he would not be this kind of narcissist. He's still a narcissist, would not be this kind of narcissist.
But
so Black Rob might have already had the royalties properly paid out to him. But this nigga needs to be.
As you say that,
what was the book?
I also believe that.
I'll send it.
Biggie doesn't believe that he was gonna die early.
No.
You know what I mean? Because Biggie is the one who said the line. Black Rob joined the mob. There ain't no
replacing him.
So you know what I mean? So if say Biggie was still here, it might have been a different situation. But truthfully, you can't plan for that. You don't plan to die. It's not Biggie like I might die. Let me put money over here for Black Rob down the road. You know what I mean?
But you also got to plan to know who you're dealing with, bro. You got to deal with people based on who they are and not based. DMX's last interview.
As you
said it.
Another example.
You said it, bro.
I have another example for you.
Everyone's playing that.
Quali?
No, his last one with thing on the other shitty podcast about drinking.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have another example for you.
Go ahead. You gotta know who people are. You gotta trust and believe who people are and deal with them for who they are. You know what I mean?
Hold on. Trace. Falcon Winter Soldier. Means to an end. David. Jay-Z. Dame Dash. I feel that would have been the end. That could have been the end of Diddy as well. Where Biggie gets to a point where when he separates, Diddy realized that Biggie was everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, Diddy really only got his love off of the death of Biggie.
Yeah.
But if Biggie doesn't die,
If Biggie doesn't die and Biggie leaves him, Diddy's nothing.
There it is. You know what I mean? So it could have been a means to an end, but at the same time, you could ask the bodyguard and all that stuff. It could be the reason why there's that conspiracy theory that Diddy had to get rid of Biggie.
Diddy had him killed. No, I ain't gonna hide my feelings about that. Diddy had Biggie killed, bro. Because Diddy ain't shit.
Look,
this is the fuck Diddy.
That's the people like I want to contact right away. Like the bodyguard, Big Gene, because he has the whole conversation about the whole shit. But those, like, I'm gonna start sending messages to random people like that and see if we can get them.
This
on
is
the podcast.
This
but
right
this is our
here,
last time. What's this last time?
It's the DMX to Redway, to Cardinal, right, and to Black Rob's recovery.
Yes, thanks to all of you for what you do.
Flowers.
Whoa. Flowers.
So if you want to follow any of us, you see it under our names, Yaudish Sheza St. Chu, and Inspired by FC.
And M.O.
And Shot Club Podcast. We're here every Sunday, 7 p.m. 7 p.m. I actually clock it for 7:05 because it's me.
Word.
But yes. And thank you everybody for joining us. There's another episode of Shot Club. R.I.P. DMX, big up Kardi, and Trace, take us out.
And prayers up for Black Rob.
Yes.
One of the greatest storytellers of all time. If you've never heard Diddy's first album, there's almost a solo Black Rob joint on there. So
on Victory, I Love You Baby was probably one of my favorite songs.
Yeah,
just that line, ran out of ammo, started throwing bottles. I said, yo, that's the realest shit I've ever heard. I'm like, that is crazy because
that's exactly what you're gonna do. You're gonna find whatever you can find.
You're like, the gun is out. Like, you're looking around, like, I just throw whatever I can. I said, bro, this guy, that sounds too real. That sounds like he did that last week. I'm like, this is not right.
Can I live?
Yo, Black Rob has some between Black Rob and G-Dep. Black Rob and G-Dep had some real shit.
If you've never heard anything Black Rob has done, Can I Live?
You know, listen to Life Story. Listen to the album Life Story. Black Rob is dope as fuck.
And for those that don't know, Black Rob's album was pushed back like a whole fucking year. And he still dropped Whoa and broke everything the fuck down.
Remember that remix? How many people were on that remix? Like 13? I know he had like Raw Digga. Sick, like Jadakiss. Like, I'm about to go listen to that right now.
Pull it up right now.
we might honestly we might have to put out that Shot Club Northern Touch because it is the same sample as Get At Me Dog. We might have to do it.
No, we just gotta get a chorus together. Just a chorus, just maybe an 8-bar, a quick thing, a quick thing, Sorry.
Yo, Trace, take us out.
Shot Club Podcast, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified. Casual Fan Podcast, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell to stay notified.
Before Diddy takes us off this air, because
it's okay. It's okay.
Diddy go sign us to revolt.
Hey, he gonna do what he do, but we always gonna revolt.
Boom, boom, boom. Bless up.